Good morning. This is Josh Hayes with Hedge Plus, and here is today's market monitor. Well, tariff time has finally arrived, and I don't think the market's gonna let this go without inflicting some pain. I guess we had to expect that, but given some of the good news from yesterday, I would have thought it might be limited. We will still see here once the day session opens. Coming up in a few moments, I'll show you what's going on overnight. Got to keep in mind that that's a lot of international trade, and the international perspective is that this is going to be so bad for the United States. And no doubt there's going to be some pain, but I think the market will adjust pretty quickly. But if tariffs were not an issue, literally almost everything in the last 24 hours has been supportive of prices. We're seeing cuts in production in South America. There's growing fears about the Safrinha crop and getting enough rain there. We're having our own major weather event here in the United States, which is going to delay planting and will, in some cases, cause replanting. It's going to keep a lot of people out of the fields for quite a while if we get the kind of flooding that is being forecast right now. So you're seeing the fear definitely is there. China, I understand why that causes immediate panic with soybeans, especially when you're talking about tariffs that could combine to as high as 79% on some products there. People got to understand, though, that China is really not buying that many beans here as they used to, and they're trying to look to do that less and less all the time. So what really changes there, right? So that's why we're pushing the biodiesel industry to offset that, and there's every bit of reason to believe that we're well on our way to doing that. So but it's going to cause an initial panic regardless. There's retaliation feared that countries that were hit with these tariffs are going to stop buying exports from us. To a great degree, the world just can't stop buying corn and beans and wheat for the United States without it dramatically raising prices elsewhere, which would no doubt send them back here. So I do think this will be temporary. And I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see, especially once we get the day session open here today. Quick look at the weather. Those heavy rains from Arkansas to Ohio, or what I referred to earlier. Major flooding set to occur. Lots of severe weather has already struck. Tornadoes across southern Illinois into Indiana, Arkansas. And then the real heavy rain is set to hit the Ohio Valley region. And that's going to, like I said, it's going to delay planting, and it'll cause replanting in many cases. Cooler weather in the eastern EU, not expected to be too big of a factor just yet, but something to watch. I've talked about this before. In Brazil, their Safrinha crop is seeing limited rain. This is the last few weeks of the monsoon season here, so to have already a lack of rain is a real concern there. And then the Pampas area in Argentina is cold and dry for the next 10 days, so that dryness is starting to extend south into Argentina as well. Here we go. These are the overnight prices. This looks really bad at first glance, down almost 19 cents with soybeans. Keep in mind, with corn and wheat, we're only down about 3 and 5 cents from where we were yesterday. So really not too much change there. With corn, I really expect this to reverse fairly quickly, given the fact that no new tariffs were announced on Canada or Mexico. They were exempted from anything new. The fentanyl tariff is still in place, but that has not, as of yet, affected trade between the countries involved here, Canada and Mexico. And if nothing new is added, there's really no reason to change that. So U.S. has the cheapest corn in the world right now, and Brazil and Argentina can't produce enough to supply everyone later. So not too much has really changed with corn and wheat. Now, yes, you could see some drop off in immediate demand for U.S. soybeans. But again, this comes at a time when we weren't exporting too much at this time of year anyway, especially with Brazil's harvest nearly complete. Um, Brazil is set to supply the next few months of soybeans to the world at this point anyway. So it's kind of odd to see such a dramatic reaction. But it's international reaction. It's the overnight. We'll see what happens during the day. It's going to be an interesting day for sure. That's all for today. I'll talk to you all again tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you.